Master the art of passive voice. Avoid these common mistakes. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our English learning series. Today, we'll be tackling the topic of passive voice, specifically focusing on the use of the to be verb. We'll also take a deep dive into some of the most common mistakes and, most importantly, how you can avoid them. So, let's get started. Before we get into common mistakes, let's quickly review what the passive voice is. In passive voice, the focus is on the action rather than the person or thing performing the action. We usually use the passive when the doer is unknown, irrelevant, or when we want to emphasize the action itself. It's typically formed using the verb to be and the past participle of a verb. Here's a quick example. Active. John ate the apple. Here, John is the focus. Passive. The apple was eaten by John. Here, the action of the apple being eaten is the focus. Now, let's move on to the main part of today's topic: the common mistakes made when using passive voice. Mistake 1. Wrong form of the to be verb. One common mistake is using the wrong form of the to be verb. Remember, the form of to be needs to match the tense of the sentence. For example, the sentence, "The book is wrote by Jane," is incorrect. The correct form should be, "The book is written by Jane." Mistake 2. Incorrect word order. Another common error is using the incorrect word order in a passive sentence. The correct structure should be object plus to be plus past participle. For example, the sentence, "Was by Jane the book written," is incorrect. The correct sentence should be, "The book was written by Jane." Mistake 3. Unnecessary use of passive voice. Passive voice isn't always the best choice. Often, sentences are clearer and more direct when written in the active voice. Use passive voice when the doer is unknown, unimportant, or when you want to emphasize the action. For example, instead of saying, "A good time was had by all," you could simply say, "Everyone had a good time." Here are some tips to ensure you're using passive voice correctly. Tip 1. Always check the form of your to be verb to make sure it matches the tense you want. Tip 2. Ensure your sentence follows the correct structure. Object plus to be plus past participle. Tip 3. Use passive voice wisely. If the actor is important or the active voice makes a sentence clearer, use the active voice. And there we have it. That's our quick guide on using the to be verb in passive voice and avoiding common mistakes. Remember, practice makes perfect. So don't be afraid to write and speak in English, make mistakes, and learn from them. That's the best way to master any language. Until next time, keep practicing, and happy learning.